Hello, my name is Lamanda Watson, and before I begin my presentation, I wanted to talk about what is most important to me, and that is my family. In the middle of the slide, I have my mom and my dad, my husband, my two girls, and my sister and her husband. My dad passed away 2.5 years ago. That's one of our last Christmases together. Miss my dad very much. Miss him every day. But we are gaining a son-in-law soon. My daughter, which is in the black outfit on the right-hand side, she is getting married, and I'm very excited for Mark to join our family in a year. Right below that is a picture of my husband and I on our 25th anniversary. And across from that picture, the girl in the graduation cap and gown is my daughter, Natalie, and she just turned 18 and is going to cosmetology school. And at the top left is a picture of my mom and dad, my sister, and myself. It's one of my favorite pictures as well of just the four of us. This next slide here is not any pictures from my family, but it represents what I wanted to start off talking about in my presentation. And today's presentation is about my mother, Ann Poulter. She was born on December 17th, 1946, in Fayette, Alabama. She was the first of 8 kids. Her parents were poor but loved their simple country life. Her father was a logger and planted hundreds of pine trees throughout the county. Her mother was a stay at home mom who made fantastic meals and ensured her family never went hungry. With 8 kids, that was definitely a feat within itself. Her family moved several times back and forth between Fayette, Alabama and San Antonio, Texas. One theory was that her dad got tuberculosis and went there for treatment in San Antonio. The other theory is that he kept moving there because he was involved in illegal bootlegging and was trying not to get caught. The truth will never be told, but most likely both played a part in their moving back and forth between the two places multiple times. During at least part of their time in San Antonio, her dad worked at a factory while her mom raised the older kids in an apartment in the city. From what I gather, they vastly preferred country life over city life and finally settled back in Fed, Alabama for good. My mom left home in Alabama at 18 and moved back to San Diego, Texas, where she helped to babysit and clean houses for a family friend who needed help at that time. She made friends at a local church, and it wasn't long before a nice young soldier caught her eye. He didn't stay there long as he was medically discharged and sent back home to Louisville, Kentucky. 3 years later, they were married in Louisville, Kentucky, where they settled down, and within the next 6 years, they had two beautiful girls, one of whom was me. Church has always been essential to my mom, and her and my dad brought my sister and I up to love God and to be very involved in church. She has strong Christian values, both my parents did, and everything my mom does, she always puts her trust in God to help her through. My parents never had a lot of money because my sister had a lot of health issues, but they made the best of it and found ways to make the money to keep things going. The event that shook the nation happened on September the 11th, 2001. My sister, pictured in the wedding dress, was on her honeymoon in Gatlinburg, Tennessee when it happened. My mom was really shaken up by it and called my sister to make sure that they were okay and for them to watch the news. To this day, my mom does not like it when any of us get on a plane. She worries for weeks beforehand and remains anxious throughout our flights until we land. Even then, she continues to worry about us until we are safely back home. COVID greatly affected my mother. She always was on the go, so when everything shut down, she felt completely shut off from the world. It was a very lonely time for both of my parents. My mom thought that the world had lost all of its values. At the height of COVID, though, my parents were in a severe 5-time rollover crash. This was the worst time for them to have an accident. They were the most isolated they have ever been in their lives. Friends and family couldn't be there, and they had to put all their faith and trust in God to see them through. Unfortunately, my father passed away 3 years later after being in the nursing home. My mom's faith in God is still very firm, and she continues to put her trust in God through it all. This project helped me to see my mom in a different light. Hearing that she became independent at 18 to forge her own way in life gave me a lot of respect for her and helped me to understand where she got her independent streak. I also learned more about her resilience, especially in her younger years and then throughout her life. Thirdly, seeing how her faith was woven throughout her life story gives me a better appreciation for the faith that she passed on to me and my sister, which I hope I will also pass on to my children.